Hello, welcome to the Grace Kid Podcast. Thanks for joining us today. We are in the one story plan, walking through the entire Bible. And today I have two special guests that are going to help me with today's episode. And so they are going to introduce themselves.
Hi, my name's Kenleigh. I'm in 5th grade and I'm 10 years old. Hi, I'm Kenna and I'm in 2nd grade and I'm 7 years old.
And I'm Kylan. And today we are going to be talking about a story in the Bible, learning more about who Jesus is. And so what is our question of the day?
If you were a shepherd, how much sheep could you take care of?
Okay, we will be right back with our answers.
Jesus is calling, open your eyes, no need to fear now, 'cause he's on your side, just let go, and you'll find that he is everything you need. What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
And we are back. And so, how many sheep do you think you could take care of if you were a shepherd?
2.
2? Why 2?
'Cause they might stink.
So 3 sheep would be too many.
Yeah.
It'd be too stinky.
Yeah.
But 2 sheep would just be the right amount of stink.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you? How many sheep could you take
5.
care of? 5? Why 5?
Because they would be easy to take care of.
Honestly, I think sheep would probably be stinky, but if you're a shepherd with the sheep, you'd probably be stinky too. So I don't think you would realize how stinky the sheep actually were. So I'm going to say 41 sheep. I think I could take care of 41 sheep. 42 though, it's too many. Okay, well, that actually has to do a lot about our story for today. And so if you're following along in the one story calendar, we are on day 235, which is a lot of days. Actually, 285. I couldn't even read my own handwriting. 285, and we're going to be in John 10. And so, I'm going to read it, and then we'll talk about what it says. Cool?
Okay.
All right, let's do it. So, John 10 says this. I tell you the truth. Anyone who sneaks over the wall of the sheepfold rather than going through the gate must surely be a thief and a robber. But the one who enters through the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep recognize his voice and come to him. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. After he has gathered his own flock, he walks ahead of them, and they follow him because they know his voice. They won't follow a stranger. They will run from him because they do not know his voice. So Jesus, he's telling this illustration, this way of explaining something to a group of people. And so he's talking about sheep and shepherd, which probably the people listening to this knew what shepherds were. Do you know what a shepherd is?
A person that takes care of a lot of sheep.
Yeah, they take care of sheep. That's exactly what he even says. And so he continues. It says, those who heard Jesus use this illustration didn't understand what he meant. They didn't get it. They didn't understand. So he explained to them, I tell you the truth. I'm in the gate for the sheep. All who come before me were thieves and robbers, but the true sheep did not listen to them. Yet I am the gate. Those who come in through me will be saved. They will come and go freely and will find good pastures. The thief's purpose is to steal, kill, and destroy. My purpose is to give them a rich and satisfying life. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd sacrifices his life for the sheep. A hired hand will run when he sees a wolf coming. He will abandon the sheep because they don't belong to him, and he isn't their shepherd. And so the wolf attacks them and scatters the flock. The hired hand runs away because he's working only for the money and doesn't really care about the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own sheep, and they know me, just as my Father knows me, and I know the Father. So I sacrificed my life for the sheep. Now I have other sheep too that are not in this sheepfold, and I must bring them also. They will listen to my voice, and there will be one flock with one shepherd. So let's back up a little bit. So he says that the sheep know the shepherd's voice. Why do you think that is? Why do you think the sheep know the shepherd's voice?
Because that shepherd takes care of the sheep all day,
Yeah.
all night.
Yeah, absolutely. He takes care of them all the time. He's probably like, he feeds them, he takes care of them, he makes sure that they're drinking water and eating food. He's like their protector. Now, like, do you think if you had your eyes closed, you would know your mom's voice?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because she's always there, like, every day.
Yeah, and you hear her voice a lot, right? And she protects you, she takes care of you, she loves you, she knows you. So you know her voice. And that's like kind of what Jesus is saying, is he's saying that me to my followers, the people who say that they follow me, Jesus, they know my voice because they know that I love them and I take care of them. And he does that for you and me too. Even today, Jesus takes care of us. So he calls himself the shepherd. Now, what would make a shepherd a bad shepherd?
If they're just there for, like, the money.
Yeah. What else? What would make a bad shepherd?
They won't like take care of the sheep.
Yeah. Maybe they're there for the wrong reason, or they don't even care about the sheep. He even says that there are people who come to kill, steal, and destroy the sheep. Now, does that sound good?
No.
No, it doesn't. But he says that the good shepherd comes to take care of them and love them and provide for them. And so with that, it kind of, even how he ends, he says, so I sacrificed my life for the sheep. This is like way before Jesus even dies, but he kind of tells us about what he's going to do. And what was it that he did? How did he sacrifice his life?
He sacrificed his life for us, and so we don't die if we sin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we can have a relationship with God, right? Yeah, absolutely. So what does this story tell us about who Jesus is?
A good shepherd?
Yeah, he's the good shepherd. There's also another thing he called himself. He called himself a gatekeeper. That almost like this where all the sheep go is kind of like the kingdom of heaven. And that Jesus is the gatekeeper. Because how do we have a relationship with God? We have to know who?
Him?
Yeah, we have to know Jesus. And by knowing Jesus, we can have this relationship with God because of his sacrifice for us. So, before we end, what is a challenge we could give our listeners about what we do about this story?
To read the Bible and learn his voice.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can read the Bible, right? And just like we were talking about earlier, another way we can know his voice is by praying and spending time with God. Like maybe it's in the Bible and reading about who he is and his character, or spending time with him in prayer, or even like worshiping God and living like how Jesus told us. It helps us know his voice better. So great. Well, that will wrap up this episode of our podcast. Thank you so much for listening. We'll say bye.
Bye.
See ya.
I'll sing praise for you. I will sing for you. I'll sing praise for you. I will sing for you. I will sing praise. I will sing praise for all of my days. Yeah, I will sing praise. I'm gonna keep walking the way. Yeah, I'll sing praise. 'Cause your love won't fade. Yeah, I will sing praise. For all my days. Yeah, I will sing praise. For all my days.
If you would like more resources regarding the One Story Plan, go to visitgracechurch.com/onestory. And if you'd like more resources for your kids, you can go to visitgracechurch.com/kids. We also have a YouTube channel, and you can find it by searching Visit Grace Kids on YouTube. If you like this podcast, we would love for you to like, subscribe, share, and leave us a comment. We'll see you soon.